Messenger. I am a messenger. All right. So today, this morning, a lot has happened. I've already done my first video because I was raising pertinent issues on it. For some reason, the device decided to sabotage, and that footage was lost. And therefore, I'm coming back again for the second time. And look, it's been a while. Well, I used to be an activist of some sort to a certain degree, to a certain extent, if you prefer. But I have since left that world of activism. But this morning, there's a call in my life for spiritual activism, and exactly what comes back in return to hamper on our growth and all that. I will articulate it shortly, but maybe let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Tsepo Monare, and yes, I also go by the name of Mentech, and today is the 15th of December 2022, just one more day before that 16th Reconciliation Day holiday, and all that I needed to raise this morning. There's a lot. It's fair to reflect on the year that it has been by now, and to also deduce the times, so to say. And I think very safe to say that we are living in dangerous times. I know that, for instance, I'm not so much looking forward to tomorrow, to the 16th holiday celebration, because I don't have money, and and that is not because of my doing, that is not because of my workings, but it is because of the violence that is out there, the economic violence that is out there, that is very prevalent in all social space, in our surroundings, in everything, in our daily lives, and I know that I'm speaking for many people. There are many people that can relate to this, and maybe those that would want to sort of like distance themselves would say, but don't make it our fault if you did not go to school to study and to make the best of yourself. Look, even opportunities, to answer that, I will say that even opportunities are not equal for everyone. I know that I've depicted, in fact, that in the times that we're living in, it's the days of the mark of the beast, and maybe we always use that loosely. Of course, we speak of the New World Order, but in this New World Order, there's a deliberate economic exclusion of a particular grouping, and maybe. That can even be ethnic groups, that can even be, but people are promoting and advancing their particular interest by means of their association. So what, in a nutshell, what that is saying is that unless if you conform to the system to some degree, or maybe sell your soul, or maybe get involved in all of those occultic practices, your life will be very stagnant, and you will not have economic value and means to earn a living and all that. Look, be that as it may, my call is very clarion this morning, because I'm raising warriors, and I'm inviting all the warriors of Christ to stand up and join in the struggle, because look, if the parallel kingdom can devise such means to exclude and brutalize and hate so openly on a particular on different groupings and all that, those who do not have the mark and all that, if they can devise that, then I think it is also fair that we also institute a defense mechanism of some sort, because even me standing up today, speaking here today, this is just to pick up on that axe to grind and that bone of contention, and say no. If we are well empowered and well endowed as the righteous and as the saints to institute contribute our own mechanisms that will work for us. It is very clear by now that the system of this world cannot accommodate us. In fact, it hates us. It wants to brutalize us. It is very inhuman to us, very dehumanizing. I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm 40 next year. In a couple of months, I'll be 40. And I've got a daughter who's just completed a matric, who must further her studies in a tertiary institution. And maybe also to just digress and answer that question, yes, I also went to school. I went to Pretoria Tech, and we also studied. My wife as well. We studied. I mean, we had this particular exposure, but there has been this rapid rampage on the society, and in particular the select few in the societies and those in the society, and those can be or might even be the chosen. But what the agenda seeks to do is to destroy us, to break our spirit, to exclude us, because if we don't have the mark, we cannot buy, we cannot sell, and therefore we are totally excluded from the economic activity, and of course that comes with cravings, lust, oppressions, and what you call pressures and all that, because we've got kids. I mean, I've got another daughter of mine that is going to high school next year, and I've got a son that is starting primary school. All these needs, these are money, what do you call it? Money, what do you call it? They require money to these other duties that require money to fulfill. Well, I'm sweating a bit, so I'm just gonna wipe. Yeah, so this is a burning issue this morning, and in fact, yeah, mine is to just say, guys, I mean, other kingdoms can even come up together and say, no, let's do a crowdfunding and all that. I'm saying we need to look out for our own, because the parallel kingdom is looking out for its own, and that is a deliberate attempt to, intentionally exclude us from any kind of participation. Look, I mean, people are dying, people are killing themselves. Last year, I know one guy that suicided himself. I mean, the guy was my friend, and he took his life. Yesterday we just learned about someone else that took his life. I think he's a celebrity, he's a big somebody. Twitch, they say, but all these are part and parcel of the ingredients that destroy our spirit, that breaks our spirit, on a daily basis, and that through economic value and measures and all that. So that be that as it may, look, I mean, I could even go further to what you call it, to motivate from the biblical inscriptions, and speak about Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego that were, in the kingdom of Nebuchadnezzar. But be that as it may, they possessed particular excellent skills that the people of that city did not possess, and therefore they were able to sit in the table of the king and serve as the ministers and all that in that kingdom. Why is it so hard for this system to mimic what Nebuchadnezzar has done? It is because this is a brutal system. It's full of hate. You go to places of employment, you look for a job, you don't get it unless you've got a certain mark. You don't get certain favors. You go into business, no one supports it, and all that. You ask yourself, are you cursed? You want to kill yourself. You want to sulk and cry. But even that, is not working. And that is why today I took a deliberate, a concerted effort, to come in and just articulate all this that is happening and say, we really need to change the world. It won't just be by words and by prayers only. We need to be direct And we need to be very active in making it a reality. We need to build a system, a parallel system that will work for those that are disadvantaged in the current system. And that can only be the system of God, the system of righteousness, the system of conscience. And of course, this is not by no means an appeal for sympathy from anyone, given my tribulations or any other person's tribulations that I'm also referring to, because I speak broadly on this subject, given what I have analyzed and studied. Call it a dissertation, if you will, but what really stands out in all of this is that there is a constant effort, to brutalize humanity and to kill us, and to deprive us of the appetite of life. So, who is it that's got the courage to stand? I'm already demonstrating by being the first soldier in the marching lines, chanting in the frontiers, and just calling it out for what it is. We are suffering, we are dying, and this is not because of our own workings. No. Maybe it's because of the wicked system that is in place. Even our blessings don't reach us. Then how are we supposed to be blessed? The righteous themselves must turn into angels. They must show up. If an angel cannot reach me, then you must reach me. There's all sorts of things. There's all sorts of things where you deliberately protect and defend the kingdom of God. After they killed Jesus, he was lying there. He was hanging there, in fact. And while he was hanging, a man came and said, can I ask him, can I have him? Can I have his body to go and bury it? We need those people that will say we need the body of Christ to take care of it. In spite of all this abuse that's taken place and all these sufferings, all this constant harassment, oppression, brutality. We are also sensible human beings. We are also human beings with needs. Yes, we have studied. We've got all the degrees and the diplomas and the whatnots, you may call it, the certificates. We've got the necessary experience. In fact, myself, I've been senior at some point in a workplace. But also, even there was a white man that was sent there, deployed to that particular to that area, to just come and clean us out. How are we supposed to live? And then you wonder why South Africa in particular is such a security risk, full of, it's a security sector because it's a crime scene, full of securities everywhere, because no one is safe. Because how are we supposed to earn a living? What are my kids are supposed to eat? Yeah, blame it on me. It's my fault because maybe you had the luxury of an opportunity that I've never gotten in my life. Maybe you did well for yourself. You studied and you graduated cum laude. Maybe this is all my fault, that the wicked are constantly after me. Every move that I make, they arrest me. It's an arrested development. You blame my state of arrested development in me, almost as if I don't have the will to live. All these things are the ingredients of the depression that we surmount on a daily basis. The depression that also that builds, sort of a dark phase, a dark area, a dark period in our lives, leading to things such as suicide and all that, and that's what we say. We say, oh, he should have spoken out. I'm speaking out, and I'm not speaking out because I'm depressed or anything. I'm speaking out because it is time that we change the world. I'm the first man to stand up. I'm raising my hand. I'm saying, sweaty as I am, I'm here to change the world, and I'm raising warriors up, and I'm appealing to you. If this speaks to you, if this makes some sort of a 2% sense in your head or in your heart, if it moves you by an inch in your spirit, then this is talking to you. It is you that can do something. Reach out to someone. Reach out to me. Let's start something. Let's start the conversation. Let's get the conversation going. We are excluded because we don't have the mark of the beast. We don't associate with a particular grouping, the powers that be. This is God's world. And it rests in you and me to change the narrative. Because as it is at this stage, it's a downwards slope. We are constantly going down. Even in our workplaces, the white man is constantly juniorizing us and making sure that they get us out of the window, out of the door, so that they can bring in their own. It's happening everywhere. How are we supposed to live? What are we supposed to eat? The righteous, this is the call to stand up. God bless and see you.